NFL Week 12 Anytime Touchdown Props. I'm going to give you my 3 favorite plays. We're going to wrap them up into the highest pay dirt parlay of the season at plus 888. And we also have a 2-1 long shot play. I'm Steve Seagrave from SportsMemo.com. I am in action this week in the NFL with a 5% NFL player prop pack. And we're coming off a great week 11 where we went 8-2 with our plays. If you guys enjoy these videos, you already know what to do. Like and subscribe. Post those NFL picks in the comment section. If you don't have a pick, just type in the letters TD. You can help us out a little bit with the algorithm. So last week in week 11, we went 1-2 with our official plays, but we did hit the long shot play. A-Chain and Richardson got the job done for us. Richardson was the long shot. But George Pickens and Justin Jefferson both let us down. So we're looking to bust out the brooms again. We have our biggest pay dirt parlay of the season. And 2 of the 3 official plays are actually plus money. So we'll start with the first one, my favorite one. It's the juiciest play of the week. And we're going Brian Robinson Jr. at minus 145 over at DK. So he scored in 6 of 8 games on the season. He actually has the 6th most red zone touches in the league with 3.75 per game. Dallas is allowing the 2nd most points per game with a little over 29. They've also allowed the 2nd most running back rushing yards, and they've allowed the most rushing attempts, the most rushing touchdowns with 18 on the season. This Cowboys defense has been, it's the worst defense basically just about it. Just maybe Carolina, Jacksonville, but it's one of the worst defenses in the NFL, especially against the run. Jaden Daniels is banged up with a rib injury, and he's been struggling. So I think leaning on the ground game would make all the sense in the world here. And I think we see a motivated Commanders team after losing back-to-back games against Pittsburgh and Philly. I think they lean on Robinson Jr., and he'll get the job done for us to start things off. Number 2, we're going to Travis Kelce. He's sitting at plus 125 now over at FanDuel. So he only has 2 touchdowns on the season, but they have come in his last 4 games. He criticized himself and the team after their first loss of the season against Buffalo. He said the team needs to be more prepared. He needs to be more prepared on a week-to-week basis. He had a bad game. Only 2 receptions for 8 yards. However, him and Mahomes rarely have, back-to-back stinkers, and he's had some really high-quality games prior to last week. Now he's facing a Carolina Panthers team right up there with the Cowboys. They allow the most points. Only team that allows more than 30 per game with 31 points allowed per game. And they're tied for the most tight end touchdowns allowed with 7. This is a great bounce back spot for Travis Kelce, and he'll be number 2 on our anytime touchdown list. Number 3, a guy, this one is actually close as far as value to our long shot play. We're going to go Javante Williams at plus 160 over at FanDuel. He took back his lead running back role in Denver last week. He had 13 touches compared to Audric Estime's 9, and he had both red zone carries, and he scored a touchdown as well. Now he's facing a Vegas team. They're right up there with the Cowboys and the Panthers. They allow the 4th most points per game, and they've allowed 11 running back touchdowns in 10 games this season. Broncos are moving the ball better. 6-point favorites. I expect them to be playing with the lead. When they get in the red area, I expect them to call Williams' number and for him to cash this as our number 3 player on the list. So pay dirt parlay comes out to plus 888. Brian Robinson Jr., Travis Kelce, and Javante Williams. So before we do the long shot, just wanted to remind you guys I do have a 5% play this week. We've been doing really well in the NFL. Last 2 weeks, we are 12-6, pulled in 25 units. If you're watching this before Saturday, we also have a college football play of the week. 6-2 run with those, and a 19-10 lifetime. We're always in action. In the NBA, NHL, we've kept low volume, but we are 7-3. NBA, still holding on to the top spot over at sportsmemo.com. And right now you can get an NBA pass right up until the All-Star break in mid-February for $199. Breaks down to only $234 per day for all of my NBA picks as soon as they are released. As always, my plays are linked in the pinned comment. So we're here for the long shot. Plus 200, Quentin Johnston. He has scored in his last 3 games and 5 of his last 7, 5 of 8 games on the season. He's tied for second in the NFL with 4 20-plus yard touchdown receptions. So he's a home run threat. He has season high 8 targets last week. And now he's facing a Ravens team that's allowed the most passing yards, but the second fewest rushing yards. This team, it's not really a secret anymore. You throw on them, you can't run on them. And they're tied for the most wide receiver touchdowns allowed with 16. This game features the highest total on the board for Monday Night Football at 51, so we can expect a shootout. We saw the Chargers go toe-to-toe with the Bengals last week, and I expect the Ravens to be able to put up points as well, despite this Chargers defense being really solid. And I see another high-scoring game, and I see Johnston beating them over the top at least once. So that's our long shot play. Quentin Johnston, plus 200. Official plays, Brian Robinson Jr., Travis Kelce, Javante Williams, Pay Dirt Parlay, as those 3 players at plus 888. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button on the way out. Post some of those NFL touchdown picks in the comment section. And I will see you guys next week with the broom in hand. Good luck.